Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or XJaws, and today I'm bringing you guys a team deathmatch game on the map Kowloon. I've been uploading a lot of gameplay from the new First Strike maps, I know, but I think this is something that a lot of people want to see, especially people who don't yet have the maps and want to learn a little bit more about them. So just, a friendly reminder that there will be a lot of these videos, but I think this is what a lot of people would like to see. So if you don't like this, if you don't have the maps, I apologize. But anyway, just thought I would quickly let you know that the players that I was playing against in this gameplay weren't that great. I gotta tell you that they were actually pretty bad, and that's probably one of the big reasons why I was able to do so well, and that's definitely not the case in a lot of my videos, but it was the case in this one, so I just thought I'd mention it so you guys don't think I'm like a beast with a sniper rifle or anything. These guys on the other team were actually not so great. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, today I want to talk to you about, as the title of this video says, sensitivity. So sensitivity is really, I gotta take a step back here. So the whole COD community, the whole YouTube COD community, I should say, is all based around, or actually used to, and some people like myself are still kind of based around giving you guys tips and tricks and helping you guys get better at the game. And a lot of people just do entertainment and humor and stuff like that. But one of the big things that I really want to stress, and I've done this before, is that a lot of people can get caught up in giving like these really specific tips and more or less advanced tips when making Call of Duty videos. And there's definitely players who benefit from that a lot, but sometimes you sort of need to take a step back and sort of look at more or less the basics of Call of Duty and what you need to do well. And one of the things that I definitely consider to be one of the basics of Call of Duty is sensitivity, and I think it's so important that it definitely deserves its own video. So I want to talk to you guys today about which sensitivity works best. So let me tell you guys this much. It is partially preference, personal preference. A lot of people will tell you that it's not personal preference, and a lot of people will tell you it's only personal preference. And I'm going to tell you neither of those two assumptions or neither of those two statements are correct. It's a little bit of both, and it really depends what you're trying to do. So if you're a sniper, if you're somebody who likes to do 360s and all that stuff, high sensitivity definitely gives you a lot more ability to move around. You're a little bit more free with what you want to do, and you definitely can't do 360s on 2 or 3 sensitivity. So definitely the higher sensitivities work well for people with snipers and stuff like that who sort of rely on trying to be a little bit more I guess active with their gun than somebody who's say using a submachine gun, shotgun, assault rifle, or light machine gun. But the thing is that if you are going to try to be the best player that you absolutely can, if you're going to be using things like FAMASs, Galils, Enfields, anything like that, you're going to want to look at a lower sensitivity, and I'll tell you why. So it's actually pretty simple. It all has to do with how accurate you can be. So I myself used to have this really I guess I don't want to say it was dumb, it was just sort of naive of me to think. I had a naive misconception about sensitivity that a higher sensitivity was better, because what it allowed me to do is basically everything that someone with a lower sensitivity could do, and then a little bit more, if you understand what I mean. And I guess in theory it sounds like a good idea, but in practice not so much of a good idea, and I learned that the hard way. So let me talk a little bit about that. Basically, you might think that you are a super accurate person, but you can pretty much always be a better or a more accurate person. And the way you really do that is by lowering your sensitivity, which gives you a little bit more precision when taking your shots. And I know there's going to be 500 if not 5,000 people on this video's comment section who are going to say that they are the most accurate person in the world and they use 10 sensitivity. And I'll tell you, there are some people who are extremely accurate with 10 sensitivity, but I'll tell you this much: they would be more accurate with a lower sensitivity. I know it sounds crazy, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say that I'm wrong, but I haven't learned this from just hearing about it. I've learned this from experience. So let me tell you a little bit about what I mean. A long time ago, I used to play on 8 sensitivity, and I talked about that in videos. And again, I had that misconception that a higher sensitivity was better, and I often, defended that. And then I started to realize, well, wait a minute, what are all the professional players using? Low sensitivities. Well, why is that? So I tried it out, and I talked to some professional players. As you guys know, I used to play Game Battles, play Pro Circuit Ladder, and pretty much everyone, and I know that sounds like a really big of a stretch, sort of like statement to make, but it's pretty much everyone in MLG, in any sort of competitive gaming arena, except for of course ProMod on PC who don't have a sensitivity, will tell you that a lower sensitivity allows you to be more accurate and a much better player. And I'm here to tell you guys that that is the truth, and it is going to be consistent with 99.9% of people. You will be a better player if you use a low sensitivity. So with that said, what I want to say to you guys is that I play on a 3 sensitivity. most professional players play on between a 2 and 4 sensitivity, and you can ask any professional player or Hastro, anyone, if that's true, and I assure you they will tell you that it is. So what my advice to you is that try 3 sensitivity, or try knocking down your sensitivity a little bit, even if you got to do it in small increments, that's fine. Try doing that for a week, alright? Just a week. Just give it a week. And I promise you, you won't like it at first. You will think that I'm crazy and stupid, and you will be so used to your 10 sensitivity that you will be like, no way, there's no way this is happening. Even if you're only at 7 sensitivity, you might think that. But what I'm going to tell you is that after a week goes by, maybe after a little bit more than a week goes by, your FAMAS shot is going to get better, your MP5 shot is going to be more steady, you're going to be able to control the recoil better, and it's just going to be a much more pleasant and a much better gaming experience. You are going to become a better player if you can lower your sensitivity and have a little bit more control over your weapons. So anyway, guys, I'm leaving you with that. If you have any more questions about sensitivity or some rudimentary COD basics, if you will, let me know, and maybe I can do more videos like this, because really you got to start from the ground up. You got to build a foundation to build on when you're trying to become a better player, and sensitivity is a good place to start with that. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.